Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go over our Forex trades for today, Thursday, August 14th. We did have some pretty busy action between late yesterday afternoon and last evening. This morning's been relatively slow. More bad news came out from Europe, as we were saying yesterday, but the EU followed up this morning around, 5 o'clock or so in the morning, with very dismal numbers for the past quarter for the entire Eastern Union. As we know, Germany actually reported a declining economy, which is Europe's largest economy. France reported last night in the EU statement, France's economy contracted. Italy and Spain actually increased, but very, very slightly, and they're at depressed levels anyway. So as a whole, it was not good. It wasn't good at all. Just added some action for us, although by 7 o'clock this morning or so here on the East Coast, that action has pretty much died down. And then there wasn't too much reported here in the States. There was some weekly jobless numbers, which is medium level, I believe, could even be low level, which missed terribly. Initial jobless claims, they were much higher than expected, which made things move somewhat, although we didn't have any trade setups at that time. So anyway, between yesterday afternoon and last night, we had 7 trades, pulled out 28.6 pips. Not great, but we'll definitely take it. Not horrible by any means. So we'll go over them here. The first one you're looking at here is U.S. dollar to Swiss franc. We were short this 0.90683. We picked up 21.8 pips, adjusted for size. That's about 7.2 pips. We had this big draft when we were first in it, didn't cover. And then it came right back down, and so when we got near there again, we took our profits off the table. Maybe we left some on, maybe we left some out there, but you're going to be chancing another bounce like this, which ultimately happened after it broke these lows. So we're happy with that trade for sure. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, we were long this 93.869. It consolidated nicely. Moves coming, boom. Went in our favor, picked up 8.9 pips. If you held it, it ran to the figure and over. We're going to get out ahead of the figure. I mean, that's just what we do. And plus, we were coming into the late evening hours, so we grabbed the 8.9 and nice trade. If you held it, if you were looking for the figure, you got it. That's another 6 pips or so, and actually broke it by about 4 or 5 pips. So decent trade. This is New Zealand dollar, U.S. dollar. We were long this 0.84779, grabbed 7.3 pips. We sold it 0.84852. We gave this to our traders ahead of the move. Again, maybe 20 minutes or so before the move was coming. Just didn't know which way it was going to go, but we were able to capitalize on it. Euro to Australian dollar, long this 1.43673. It wasn't all that crazy about it. I mean, we picked up 3.4 pips. Thought the move might be a little stronger, although you're coming in, that's not a half figure, that's like a quarter figure. But there's a lot of congestion here. So, we just took the 3.4 pips and ran. Weren't crazy about the trade. If you held it, you had a couple opportunities to get out and making money. You had a lot of opportunities actually making money. You just were going to make a lot of money on that trade. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. We were long this 95.325. It was a frustrating trade. It was consolidating. It was getting late in the evening. So we put a stop in. We had our stop lower, but when it started to consolidate, and it kept bouncing off of just above the 95.300 level. It was bouncing off like 95.31, 0.308. So we set it at 95.300. If it hit there, we just triggered just to get out. And that's exactly what happened. And incredibly, it didn't hold it. It broke it by maybe 2 pips at the most before it bounced and moved back up. And you could easily made 8, 10, 12, 15 pips on this trade. Unfortunately, as you see, we lost 2.8. But again, it was getting late in the evening. Didn't want to risk a whole lot. Australian dollar, US dollar, we were short this 0.93005. Took a little while, maybe 2 hours or so, 3 hours or so. Boom, fell in, came in nice, picked up 10.1 pips. We were thinking it could come down to these tops, this area, these tops, which is it got real close to it. Didn't quite get there, but it got real close. So if you were holding, you could have grabbed some, you could have grabbed a little more than we did, but we'll still take it. Nothing wrong with it. And then the last trade we had was Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar, and we were long this 1.011591. Never went in our favor. It was against us almost the entire time. Just took the loss and moved on. Again, this was another one. Was getting late in the evening, and it's like, we were up pretty decent. And so you just take the loss and move on. We could have held it. I don't quite remember where the stop was. Let's see. I could probably guess it was probably somewhere down here. So early this morning with that news from the initial jobless claims, if you didn't get out, you probably would have got stopped out. So maybe we made the right move. But then again, if you don't, if your stop was lower, you'd be up at this point. So difficult trade all around on that one. But we'll take it. 7 trades, 28.6 pips. We'll move on to later this afternoon and this evening and tomorrow. So we'll see what we get. We do get some news overnight from, I think it's the UK maybe. And then we have some more news here in the States, but nothing that's major. It's a Friday in the middle of August. It's probably going to be relatively slow. So, but we'll move on. All right, have a great day. If you're trading now, good luck to you. And when signals come out, they'll be coming your way.